Jesus Freak here, and what I've just printed out is the text of the Song of Solomon from a facsimile of, I believe, 19th century copy of the Self-Interpreting Bible compiled. It's a study Bible compiled by a guy named John Brown in 1778. Now, some of you may know the Self-Interpreting Bible as the source for the cross-references in the TBS Westminster, as they used it as cross-references and then filled it in with ones from the Cambridge Concord. They didn't include his notes, obviously, but his notes were fairly copious, and actually, among other things, they include an entire paraphrase of the Song of Solomon in the same Christological language as the chapter headings of the King James Version. And I had found this rather interesting to look at. It's kind of bizarre to think about, but it is a complete verse-by-verse paraphrase and uses the same understanding, I think, as I haven't really gone too deep into it, as the King James translators understood it. Now, here's how I found out about this. See, when I was 12 through 15, I was staying at a group home / school for autistic children because they figured, being autistic and all that, I needed some stability, and the foster families that they had in the area where I lived couldn't really handle someone that had been through as much as I've been through and was a total wreck. So that's where I was. And sometimes they'd be able to find a family who would be able to take me in for a few days when the school's, offering to let the kids go see their families for a few days once a month. And I didn't always do this, but sometimes I did. Anyway, I was staying with a family in Altamar, New York. And they had this big family Bible, which interested me at the time because, it was a King James Bible with an Apocrypha. But I noticed these notes on Song of Solomon. And I was like, for the life of me, I'd spent years trying to find another Bible with these notes. And it turns out that's what they were. It took me 25 years to find the notes. I was 14 back then. But now I've found them, and pretty easy to find, too. Just a little Googling around, I found it. Once I knew what I was looking for, the Self-Interpreting Bible. The layout of the Self-Interpreting Bible is pretty much what you'd expect. It has a double center column reference and the study notes at the bottom. Now, interesting thing besides double usher dates, it has, since creation of the world and BC AD. The you can tell the reference suite is really, really dense. And it was well known for this. That's why TBS chose to use it as a base for the reference suite in the Westminster. Well, now you know. Anyway, that took me 25 years to find, and I eventually found it. I never thought I would. Anyway, Jesus freak out.